Hey guys, it's Arctic Hydra, and I want to show you my Grixis Bolas list. This list is running Nicol Bolas Dragon God and Nicol Bolas the Ravager, both as win cons. To support them, we're running Massacre Worm and Enter the God Eternals against aggro. We also have Scarab God in the deck just because he's such a strong finisher when he can come out. Um, both of our boluses are a little weak against some of the stronger aggro that's in the game. So we don't want to run too many of them. That's why we cut them down to just two and pulled in some of these supporting win cons. And for card draw, we're running Sotra's Cancer and 4 Narsets. Um, with this many Narsets, it kind of makes me want to run Commit and Memory. Commit is a pseudo counterspell, puts things back on the top of the deck, sort of like Ether Gust. It's unconditional for mana, and then Memory makes everyone discard your whole hand and draw 7. And of course, with Narset, it's the same as the Emerging Powers combo, where you get to draw 7 cards, where your opponent just discards their whole hand. Great against other control decks, of course. Uh, we're running into too much aggro for Commit and Memory to really work out. So we're just running with the Narsets for now. In the board wipes, instead of those Commit Memories, we have 2 Languish to help us wipe the board against aggro. If aggro becomes a smaller part of the meta, we might see these go away and that Commit Memory come back. We're seeing 2 Vraska's Contempt, 2 Extinction Events, 2 Cry of the Canaries, only 3 Heartless Act, and 3 Innocent Bloods. In the sideboard, we have additional removal in the form of Bedevil and Eliminate. Eliminate and Bedevil both come in against aggro, of course. We just start cutting things and we pull them in to make sure we have enough removal. And then Heartless Act can come out against all that glitters decks. Excuse me, I have a drink. All that glitters is a little hard for us to deal with Heartless Act when they get the counters going. So it's nice to have those options. For hand hate, 3 Thought Erasers and 3 Thoughtseize. Just make sure there's stuff in the graveyard for our Adrenal Locks to hit. And in this meta, I find people are throwing cards in their own graveyard often enough that Adrenal Lock hit anyways. Enter the God Eternals can also help with that. This is mostly here against aggro. It's not really here to support Drowned in the Lock. And that's really the deck. Also in the sideboard, we have 3 more Enter the God Eternals. We nearly board out our boluses against that deck and mostly run Enter the God Eternals and Massacre Worm as win cons. It works out pretty well. So let's get into some games. See how this performs. We're back to this bud where it wants us to play the play queue with some random deck. And we were playing Historic. Let's swap that over to Nicol Bolas. Some fun. I'm really excited to try this deck. I want those Emerging Powers like effects in the deck with Commit Memory, but I just don't think we can afford playing them right now. Yeah, I guess we'll run with it. Probably gonna Fable Passage turn 1 for Black Source. So they're mulligan. It's good for us. Let's block this down. Oh. I like their style. Green decks. Let's go see what all they have. We see a Questing Beast, and we don't like that at all. We also see some Jade Lot Rangers that we're not too fond of. And a Domri's Ambush. Let's just get rid of the Questing Beast. Yeah, we don't want to be messing with that. Or do we want to take the Jade Light Ranger? Let's get rid of the questing beast. And we see a Heartless Act. Do we want to just search for land? This is a tough one because we don't have anything to play next turn. We're gonna keep it. Kind of drew all of our top in one go. And not finding land there could come back to bite us. Now we have to do this now before it gets counters. And never punish. Do we want to go ahead and Bolas? Yeah, let's do it. And what did they toss? They tossed the land. And that is fine by us. We can enter the God Eternals this. And we're gonna mill ourselves. We always mill ourselves the first time because we want our graveyard a little full for Search for Azcanta, and I'm gonna go ahead and attack him. Phenomenal. Okay, what do we not want? We might not want so many Narsets. We definitely want more Enter the God Eternals. The Massacre Worm probably isn't going to do it for us. Do we want Bedevil? It's a little harder to cast. Or do we want more Enter the God Eternals? Let's go ahead and grab another Enter the God Eternals. And I don't think we're going to need as many Thought Erasers. We'll board in the Bedevils. Let's give this a try. Ooh, I should have took out the Cry of the Canaries and kept some Narsets or some Thought Erasers. Now that I think about it. It's low on lands. We have a Thoughtseize and Heartless Act, and we have the ability to play them. We have the Drown unlocked for later. Question is, do we want to shock for Thoughtseize? Well, since we got the swamp, just gonna do it. Let's take that questing beast away. We want them playing at regular speed as often as we can get them. I'm not gonna shock anything in. Well, this definitely hurts us. but we will have the double open. Or do we just want a Narset? I think we want Narset down. We could be wrong here.
Mind and body should move in unison, like wind and wave. I have just the trick for this.
I think we'll take the Vraska's Contempt. It's easier to cast. We'll have the mana next turn.
This is overwhelming. I have reached my limit.
I'm probably gonna remove their Llanowar Elves with my Drown in the lock here. But I'm gonna keep Vraska's open. Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Now they can tap it for mana and play something at instant speed. But... and yeah, we'll do this for the Azcanta. I hurt a teensy bit hitting our Nicol Bolas. We knew that was coming. Yeah, Grixis control. I'm liking it. We'll see you next time.